Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, angry faithful of all ages, this is the 240th episode of Nerd Sports. So, yeah, we're missing the Mountain Man and we're missing Colin because, well, Mountain Man's got some issues going on that he's addressing. He may be in later. Colin's experiencing some technical difficulties. He may join us. We'll see. Otherwise, you've just got us. I know there are worse things in life. However,
it's kind of weird that we made it to 240 and it's still just us two.
Right. Yeah. Oh man. But no, we got adjust my desk. I was like, why are my elbows up so high? I'm like having to lean back to sit up and never mind. It's first world problems, right? Anyways, we're before I get too far off into the weeds and wildly off track. I'm going to turn things over to our esteemed producer, David Dickerman, for this week's Weird Sport, albeit very briefly.
Now, we talked about this before. I've shown this kind of sport beforehand in like a ring. Now, it's literally a Japanese sport, and how they do it is kind of weird. We'll go ahead and turn off the sound on that just for case.
Is it a pillow? Is it pillow fight?
Pillow fight? Yeah, it's a pillow fight.
Okay.
We talked about this. It's a pillow fight, but they have like they toss the pillows instead of like beating the crap out of each other, and they use the blankets as shields. See, you'll have these guys. They'll throw the pillows. I guess it's kind of like dodgeball with pillows.
Hey, look at that! Looky. Oh, there he is, everybody joining us via the phone.
Yeah. I just think it's kind of funny. They instead of like the ring pillow fight that we saw, that this is like dodgeball but with pillows and using blanket. It's more of a they literally put in the whole bedroom.
See, this is what happens when you have an entire country full of people that refuse to move out of their parents' house.
See, they're like tossing the pillows back, kicking the pillows back. It's also what happens when you give them two sons.
This is true. Yeah.
Not saying nothing, but we have some weird stuff going on over that neck of woods anyways, and we'll speak on it on Friday or Wednesday.
Well, I told David about this a little bit before the show, but as a matter of fatherly pride, I caused Colin to fall into a new rabbit hole over the week, or during the holiday week last week. We purchased his first Gundam model kit, and he was building it, and he has not completed it yet. But yeah, he's he has fallen into that rabbit hole, and I am not sorry about that at all.
No, what you really need to do if you wanted to go broke, get him into 40K.
Yeah. You know, I refuse to get into 40K specifically for that reason.
Yeah.
You know, it's just to me, the 40K miniatures are exactly like the D&D miniatures back in the day.
Yeah, but you didn't have to get like, well, you for the monsters.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Except they, 40K miniatures are plastic, right? You know, but the D&D stuff is made out of pewter.
No, they used to be made out of pewter.
Yeah, well, they're not pewter anymore.
Nothing is pewter anymore. Almost.
Really?
It's it's very hard to find pewtered figurines.
It's funny that you say that because my dad used to play the Star Trek role-playing game a long time ago, the Starfleet Battles.
Mm-hmm.
He still got all of his pewter starships.
Really? That could be actually pretty.
And I'm like, those are mine, right? And he goes, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I was like,
Dude,
yes.
you could probably sell those for a pretty penny.
Dude, my dad had like so many of these things.
You know,
Like they took up an entire, I think like a 10-foot shelf, or no, it was like a 12-foot shelf. It was just nothing but miniature starships of, both Federation, Romulan, Klingon. I mean, dude, it was crazy. Like they would play on these big maps. It was weird. Let me see here. Let's see. Baseball news. Really, nothing. Other than the fact that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the lockout possibly started today.
remember we were talking about that might actually happen after this season?
Yeah.
I didn't think it actually would.
Now the MLB and the MLBPA, which is the Players Association, they on Monday today they released their annual public report from the Joint Drug Prevention and Treatment Programs results. So let me see here. In all, last year there was 11,700 tests that were conducted during the reporting period, which ranged from the start of the last off season through the end of this year's postseason. These included 9,400 urine samples that were analyzed for performance-enhancing substances, stimulants, DHEA, diuretics, masking agents, and drugs of abuse, and 2,300 blood samples that were analyzed for the presence of HGH. More than 23,000 total tests have been conducted over the past 2 reporting periods, producing 4 positive tests among players on 40-man rosters. Wow. That's crazy. Huh. I saw it earlier.
I'm trying to figure out HGH because I don't think it's like
The
Oh,
human growth hormones.
yeah.
It
It
from my
appears
understanding, it regenerates tissues like cartilage. Not well. I think maybe cartilage to a degree, but it's mostly there for like tendon, like your tendons, your ligaments, and
yeah.
muscle tissues. And it's not like necessarily an anabolic steroid. There's obviously people out there that are a lot more knowledgeable about it than I am, because I've never done, nor have I ever had the desire to do any kind of PEDs. But let me
Okay,
see here.
this is what I got right now. Adult GHD.
HGH.
It's HGH, but they had to change the wording and everything for adults. It's result in pituitary gland issues, radiation. This is the symptoms that it helps.
Oh, okay. So the labor agreement does not expire. Didn't expire today. It expires next year on December 1st. So
Yeah, it's
at
treatment. Athletes enhancement in bodybuilding is used. Some athletes and bodybuilders to build muscle mass and reduce body fat. When it comes to increased lean body mass, researching has not conclusively showed that it improves muscle strength or athletic improvements. It is banned substance for major sports organizations.
yeah.
See, that's the thing I don't understand, because a lot of the stuff that they use doesn't, it builds the muscles, but it doesn't give you like improved muscles most of the time.
They because they want to stop people from being able to, hit 500-foot home runs on a regular. I think the baseball kind of turned the other way after the strike back in the 90s. and they allowed the steroid use to kind of go on for a little bit because what Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa were doing was bringing people to the ballpark. They wanted to see the home run derby, right? So, but I mean, you see the guys that were all jacked up, and they're swinging telephone poles for bats, right? Hitting balls out of the park left and right. You see them now, dude. They are skinny, and yeah, it's not there. So I mean, the mass isn't there anymore. So I don't know. I know that there's the jokes out there, like that professional athletes should be allowed to get juiced until their heart explodes. Blah blah blah. Because I mean, but at the end of the day, in all reality, in seriousness, I'm glad that they're cracking down on it. I really am. The game needs to be played purely. I mean, you've got analytics and you've got all these other tools to help, refine pitching mechanics, hitting mechanics, things of that nature. I mean, how you run the bases. I mean, how to decide what route to take, in the outfield to run down a fly ball. I mean, they've got so many tools out there now that can help them and help, and help them with the longevity of their bodies. That they don't need to be sticking needles in, into their bodies, pumping themselves with all the crap. So I don't know. I'm glad that the testing is out there, and I'm glad that it's being done as frequently as it is. But the labor agreement does not expire until next year at 11:59 p.m. on December 1st. So that's when the current labor agreement expires.
That's one thing I just don't understand. If we have pay to play on video games, why can't we have pay to play in baseball? I mean, let steroids in.
Again, in all seriousness, oh, look at that. The Giants are on the board.
Really?
Yeah, 7-17 right now.
You want to go over that the Henrietta stuff first, or
no, not yet.
Okay.
Was hoping that the Mountain Man would join us, but he is being detained, not legally detained. He's not here right now. Good God, can we take a message? For fuck's sake. Like he always said, he's being detained. Ooh, what's the T? There is no T. There are no receipts. Shut up. Okay, so over the weekend, we had a lot of games being played Thursday through Sunday, and 3 out of 4 of us started the week off with a pretty good pick.
Yeah,
we 3 out of 4 of us picked the Packers to win against the Lions because the Lions they don't have the best record on Thanksgiving Day, especially over the last like 10 or 15 years. But the Mountain Man had faith, and he said he knew it was going to happen. He said he knew it was going to happen. He said the second I pick these guys, they're going to fucking lose. And that's exactly what they did. So
yeah, that was so
I think that I think they lost, Chris, just out of spite. I think that's what it is.
I literally saw that they lost this game, and I'm like, he was the only one. He was the only one.
In Chris's defense, Detroit was probably just being contrarian.
Yeah.
So,
I feel sorry for Chris, honestly, because whenever we pick the Lions, they actually win. But when he's standing alone, he's like, "No, I have faith in the Lions."
He's like, "Yeah, fucking these guys are. Yeah, no, I believe that they're gonna turn around."
Well, at least his faith in somewhat of the team panned out for the next one.
Yes, now because he is a self-admitted Cowboys fan, he has come out of the closet. Everybody, he is a Cowboys fan.
Either he came out of the closet or he's special needs,
or both. I mean,
yeah, it could be.
I mean, he's a part of this show, so it's probably both.
It's probably both.
But the rest of us, I think we picked Dallas to win that game against the Chiefs
Yeah,
because we
it
just didn't want that. We didn't want to pick the Chiefs.
No.
It's literally like
It
I
was
will
a spike
take the
pick. It was emotional. It was an
It was
emotional
an
pick.
emotional pick, but in reverse.
I mean, I did, if I remember correctly, I did throw out the little nugget that for whatever reason, Dallas seems to perform well on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, they do.
I will literally pick against the Chiefs every single time unless it's a New York team.
Right. Now,
Fair.
with Baltimore, however,
I hope that Baltimore had the saddest plane ride home.
well, I mean, it wouldn't have been a plane. It was a home game for them.
Oh, was it a home game? I
Yeah.
hope that bus ride was quiet and sad because that was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
That was the most. I was embarrassed for them watching that game.
I couldn't even believe that. How
does your defense? How does your defense suck so badly at the time you need it?
To be fair, in Baltimore's defense, Joe Burrow did make it, his first start since leaving in week 3, I think it was, with the toe injury. And I mean, Cincinnati, for whatever reason, he came back and Cincinnati decided that they were going to ball out.
No, don't get me wrong. He did a great job.
Oh yeah.
Both the offensive and defense, especially the offensive defense.
Yeah.
For whatever reason,
now
decided
the next game,
they did not want to show up.
The next game, there was a little bit of anti-Philadelphia sentiment there, but we did employ some logic with this game. We did say that after watching Philadelphia blow a 21-point lead in Dallas, that their offense was a little out of sorts, and that's why we went with the Bears. All 4 of us picked the Bears.
The Bears.
So,
and
the Bears are leading their division.
Yeah. That was the one thing. I think it's the new head coach.
Yeah,
and it's showing a lot because.
It's a new offensive system this year.
Well, yeah, he's a head offensive coach from the
offensive coordinator. Yeah, the offensive coordinator.
How they were doing that last year?
Yeah,
that offensive team was just on point. Now it's kind of like leaning towards like the losing side a little bit because he's not there, and it just shows this right here. He was a miracle worker.
Yeah. Now the next game we had faith in the Rams and the.
You know what I thought when I saw the score for this game? Remember when we were listening to the radio yesterday while we were on the road, and there was that one guy who was like, I think the Panthers are going to win.
Yep.
Because of the stupidest.
You counteracted everybody on?
No. We all picked the Rams.
No. That was Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You.
Yeah, he. Yeah.
I don't even.
But hey, congratulations! I mean, because I think the phrase that was used on the radio was a heavyweight fight broke out in Carolina. I mean, because that game
with the 2 people that was in the stands,
dude, there were so. I mean, yeah. I mean,
and
Carolina's they're screwing around and they're making believers out of their fan base.
Yeah.
Cleveland officially eliminated themselves from playoff contention yesterday with the 26-8 loss to San Francisco.
Who is
Shedeur Sanders made his second start. He was pulled from the game, but the head coach has already said, I need to get more looks at Shedeur. So he's already been tabbed as being the starter for next week. So,
Mm.
this next game, oh boy,
But this was a game.
dude, this was such a good game.
Dude.
I mean, we listened to this game specifically the whole way up once it
Dude,
started.
It was a battle
And-
between two titans, this one.
Oh, bro. I mean, you had the division leader hosting. I mean, it was the first time that Indianapolis had been home in a month. They've been on the road for the last 4 games.
Yeah.
And so the Texans come in, having won their last 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I mean, everybody had kind of written off the Texans, myself included, to a degree, because I was like, yeah, at this point in the season, yeah. And then David Mills comes in, organizes the offense, gets them rolling. And then, you know, CJ Stroud. I was like, okay, what's CJ going to do? CJ showed he had a little bit of rust. He threw an interception in the first quarter. And then after that, I mean, he only made like a couple of questionable calls after that, not going through his progressions the way he should.
Mm-hmm.
But the Texans pulled this one out 20-16 against the division leaders. Now, the standings as it stands in the AFC South currently, Indianapolis and Jacksonville are in a virtual tie. Jacksonville is, for all intents and purposes, in first place because they've got the tiebreaker right now. Houston is at 7-5. Then of course you got Tennessee, who also eliminated themselves yesterday with a record of 1-11. But
this year's wild card spots are going to be on fire because you honestly don't know who's going to make it.
Well, here's the thing.
That's what I was about this.
Indianapolis, they don't have an easy schedule going forward. Because they play Houston again at the end of the season. Houston ends the season at home against the Colts. They also play Jacksonville twice. In fact, I think they play Jacksonville next week.
Jacksonville's looking actually pretty decent.
And then they've also got to play the Niners. Yeah. So they don't have it easy the rest of the way. Now the remaining schedule for, I think, what is it, Houston? They've got the Chiefs next. They're at Arrowhead this coming weekend.
Okay.
Then they're playing the Cardinals at home, and then the Raiders. Those are their next 2 games, and then they're hosting Indianapolis at the end of the season, like I said earlier. But the only real road bump that I see there is going to be the Chiefs next week. I'm still picking the Texans over the Chiefs because Houston's just been on this incredible roll, right? And they need to keep the momentum going. They know that they need to keep the momentum going, especially, I mean, they're fighting for their playoff lives. Every game is a must-win situation, and they know that.
Especially for both of them.
Yeah, so but going forward, we all picked Miami, and Miami eliminated the Saints from postseason contention.
Well, that wasn't hard.
Right. And then we all picked Atlanta against the New York fucking Jets.
And
how the hell did that happen?
I
mean,
okay.
I mean, the Jets faithful went home after that game in a good mood. The drive back to Queens was amazing for them.
I think what happened is one of the Falcons players went to a gypsy camp and got cursed, and that's the reason why the Jets won. Because that's the only explanation for that. Okay, that is the only explanation.
Well, that and at the end of the day, Atlanta's just not that good of a football team.
No, they're not. But it's the fucking Jets. Okay,
I get it. The Jets officially played themselves. They won themselves out of the first round draft for the number 1 overall pick. Bless you. Now,
Hey.
moving on to the next game, we all picked Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay eked out a field goal win against the Cardinals. Great. Awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
After that, we all picked Jacksonville to beat the Titans. That wasn't too much of a stretch.
No, it wasn't.
It was not.
No.
Yeah. Oof.
After that, we picked the Seahawks because nobody has faith in the Vikings.
That, and it shows.
It showed
really shows.
26-0. It showed.
This
I
is
wanna,
a-
I wanna know what like happened between last year and this year. Like what?
Gay
Yeah.
Their quarterback situation changed. That's what happened.
No. It's gay cheerleaders. Go with that one.
We all picked the Chargers. The Chargers beat up on the Raiders in Los Angeles. And then we knew that Buffalo was going to right the ship. We just knew that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills were too good of a football team to, to just fall down on the job like they have been over the last couple of games.
I saw like the last 5 to 3 minutes of this game.
Yeah. So
But-
the Bills handedly defeated the Steelers.
Well, I was
26-7.
having dinner, and I look over at the TV, and there's the Steelers, Buffalo game.
Yeah.
This next one,
The
This
smile.
next one. Okay. Now
Did
we
not-
all picked Denver. However, hold on. However, listening to that game on the way home last night.
did you almost like burn your ears? Because I watched that game. Because I got home from work. I got my dinner. I was okay. I can finally watch a football game and don't have to worry about going to bed early because I have to go to work. No. What I did was I watched a travesty that just kept on going for too damn long.
Okay. Look, here's the thing. All right.
I was wondering.
I'm looking at this as a positive for the Washington Commanders. And here's why. Okay. Their last 3 or 4 losses have all been by 20 points.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Dan Quinn, the defensive genius from last year in Dallas, from 2 years ago, rather, has been their head coach. This is his second year as a head coach. He took over defensive play calling responsibilities from the defensive coordinator. And he was actually dialing up some pretty good defensive plays last night. That defense kept this team in that game with Denver. The explosive plays, they kept giving up those chunk plays, 15, 25, 30 yards. But
I got a couple.
it came down to a failed 2-point conversion.
Mhm.
Honestly, that's all it came down to.
No, you're
And
absolutely right.
As soon as that game ended, Bo Nix, credit to him, he's a classy player. He ran straight to Marcus Mariota and was like, "Hey, dude, man, that's hard, but that was a great game." Marcus Mariota showed us flashes of why he was the Heisman Trophy winner. Okay, I mean that was an experience. I mean he did some pretty boneheaded things in that game, but for the most part, he showed a lot of experience. He showed why he's still hanging around the league, and I mean at this point, I think Jaden Daniels is supposed to be back next week. I think, but. There's a lot of people that have been like, well, at this stage in the season, is it really worth it? Yeah, it's worth it because if you get the okay from the doctor, you're going to play. Right. And the same thing with Jackson Dart, because Jackson Dart started for the Giants tonight and he was out on concussion protocol. And it was one of those situations where people are like, well, the season's kind of lost. The head coach is already gone. Should we even bother? Yeah, fucking bother because he gets paid to play this game. But they're at the 2-minute warning. Good God, 24-7. Wow.
So we can call it.
No, you know what? I'm not calling it because strange things always seem to happen when the Giants and Patriots are playing. It doesn't matter if it's the regular season or if it's the Super Bowl. It does not matter. weird shit happens, dude.
All right.
It just so weird.
Thursday's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go. Oh, well, let me do this here. 1, 2, 3. Right now, 12 and 3. Yeah, 12 and 3. Colin is 11 and 4. Chris is 11 and 4. You and I tied for the week so far. I mean, we're going to stay tied regardless because everybody picked New England. So we're either going to be 12 and 4 or we're going to be 13 and 3. Huh?
You just jinxed him.
I said we're either going to be 12 and 4 or we're going to be 4 or we're going to be 13 and 3. So, but let me turn the page here.
Okay.
All right. So we got week 14 already. Man, this season's kind of flying by a little bit.
It is. It really has. But I'm all for it.
Now, I know that I said I was going to have the progress report, but Chris isn't here, so I'm going to wait until next week. Week 14, we'll have the current standings, as it were.
Didn't you say that last week?
I did. I just said that. I literally just said it. Colin, did I literally not just say that?
No, you're absolutely right. But I just wanted to repeat it that you keep on doing that. You've been doing it for like close to
okay. So I said I was going to have it ready this week, and it is. But I'm going to wait until next week to give the results because I want us all here.
Oh, okay.
Dick. The Cowboys going to Detroit. I'm going to take Dallas because
you know what?
Detroit is really kind of, they're punching above their weight class right now. They've got a lot of injuries going on.
I don't know.
They're kind of in a state of disarray.
I don't know what's going on between with the Lions, but I'm going to stick with them.
Okay.
And
we know Chris is going to pick Dallas.
I'm gonna go with the Lions.
This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is going to happen. I'm going to pick the Lions. Chris is going to pick Cowboys, and the Lions win.
Okay. Well, we're a house divided on that pick, so that'll be fun. The Seahawks, it's a battle of the bird cages. We've got Seattle going to Atlanta. It's the Seahawks versus the Falcons. I'm taking Seattle.
I'm taking Seattle too, man.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we've got the Steelers at the Ravens. This is a divisional matchup.
The next
one
growing up a little bit. On that one.
Probably going to hate myself for that. Or, I'm probably going to pay for this, but I'm going to take the Ravens.
Okay.
Against who?
Steelers.
I think this next one's going to be the platypus.
Well, hold on. No. The Browns are going to take that one, but yeah. Steelers or the Ravens, Colin? You're going to take Pittsburgh, aren't you?
No, I'm going to go the Ravens.
Oh, okay. All right. Did you say Baltimore, David?
No, I said Steelers.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, sorry, I didn't hear that.
Well, wait. Bad. I'm also going to go Steelers, actually. I'm telling you, I was sitting in the office watching that game.
Okay.
And I'm yelling at the TV. I'm like, what are you doing?
Okay. All right, so Tennessee going up to Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm taking Cleveland on this one. This isn't even a platypus call. This is Cleveland. No, Cleveland's going to get themselves a win. Tennessee's going to be 1-12 after next week.
Which one is freaking? I'm going to go with the Browns, but I'm just curious which game that Tennessee Titans won.
I think it was against shit, I can't remember. Now you got me asking questions here. Hold on.
What should be the Cowboys?
No, it wasn't the Cowboys.
No, it wasn't the Cowboys. But I know it was like it was a weird game.
The Falcons?
No.
Let's see here. Oh, it was against the Falcons.
Aha.
It was
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
week. It was the second week.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Oh. Because I had to look it up. I'm like, who did the Titans beat this year? And you know how Google gives you that people also ask section, right? You know, like other questions that are related to your search.
How are they only 1-11 if they won against the Cardinals too?
Well, I think it was the Cardinals that they actually lost to. So, because this was the question, how did the Cardinals lose to the Titans?
Yeah,
It was the Falcon, or not the Falcons. It was the Cardinals that they lost, or that they beat.
Yeah.
No, doesn't matter. It's Tennessee. They stopped being relevant after Steve McNair got murdered.
that's okay.
No, okay. So Steve McNair used to be their quarterback. He was the quarterback that took them to the Super Bowl. And then a couple of seasons later, he started the mass exodus of Titans players using Baltimore as a retirement home.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he went to start playing, went to go play for the Ravens. He got hurt. And so he's camping out on his girlfriend's couch in Nashville instead of being at home with his wife and child. His girlfriend went a little cray, and she blew his brains out while he was asleep on the couch.
That happens more often than. And I see where I got my predicament. I was looking at the preseason game.
Okay. Okay. Next up, we've got the Colts at the Jags. I think the Jaguars are, that's going to be a good game, but I think ultimately Jacksonville's going to come out on top.
The way that the Colts played, I want to go with the Colts, honestly. I saw how the Colts were playing. They weren't top notch, but I think they might have something for a little.
I just think that the Jags are playing a little bit better brand of football than Indianapolis is right now. And even though it's a division game and there's a lot on the line with that game next week, I just don't see Indianapolis getting their shit together.
It feels so weird to be like, oh yeah, the Jaguars are gonna beat the Colts.
Yeah, because all last year, you're saying is that a team.
Yeah, last year was it was a horrible season for them.
Like I said, this year it's a lot of stuff is up for grabs, and I'm surprised.
So who are you taking, Colin? You taking Jacksonville?
Sure.
Okay.
The weird. No, it feels weird.
All right. Now this is going to be the who gives a crap game of the week. Commanders at the Vikings.
I'm going Redskins.
Yeah, I'm going to take Washington also.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Because Washington showed us something last night against a really good team.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Stuff that was boring.
I'm not saying that Washington. I mean, Washington is already eliminated from postseason because they've got 9 losses already. But it well, that's not fair because there was a team. I don't know, like 10 or 12 years ago, I think they got into the postseason with a losing record because their division was just that bad. I can't remember who it was though. I'll look it up later. Next up, we've got Miami at the New York Jets.
Miami.
Miami.
I was going to say, are the Jets going to pull it out 2 weeks in a row?
Maybe, but no.
Fuck it. If we take the loss on that one, yeah, okay. Next, I'm going to put everybody down for Tampa Bay, obviously.
Yes.
I'm even going to put Chris down for Tampa Bay.
Who's
Watch.
on?
And Chris is going to send me his list of picks, and he's going to go with New Orleans, just to be contrary.
Wait, what? Who are
That
they going in?
Watches the show.
Huh?
I said that just means that he watched the show, which
That's
that
probably
would.
Who are they going against?
The Saints at the Bucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is going to be a good game because it generally always ends up being a good game. But the Bengals at the Bills, I'm taking Buffalo, but that's still going to be a good game.
I'm taking
Yeah.
Buffalo too.
Buffalo.
All right, Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, rather. Oh, wow. Shit. Yeah, Sunday, December 7th. Okay. Why did it break those up? That's weird. Okay. We got the Broncos at the Raiders. Obviously, we're all taking Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. This next one's going to be a good game.
Yeah, Bears at the Packers. Oh, man.
Mm.
Divisional game. That's a divisional game.
Yeah, it's a divisional game.
I
And
think
they're both-
Chicago's going to figure it out. I think Chicago's going to go up
I'm
there
gonna,
and
you know what?
Ah,
I'm gonna
you're
go
going
with
with
the
Green
Bears.
Bay. Oh, okay.
I'm
You going with the Packers?
going with the Bears.
Okay, with the Bears. All right, cool. All right. I mean,
I
it's
think-
going
I
to be
think- I think-
close.
Yeah,
I think
It's
the
not going to be a
Bears-
pretty win.
I just think the Bears are gonna be able to shake Green Bay just a little bit to where they can't get on, where the Green Bay can't really catch the Bears.
yeah, but
Yeah, I
Green
mean,
Bay has a big, good defense.
they do, but the Bears offense, for whatever reason this year, has figured something out.
Yeah,
So the Rams at the Cardinals, I think the Rams are going to get on the right side of things. They're going to they're going to atone for their sin from letting us down last week. So
yeah, Ram.
all right, just out of a matter of principle, I'm taking Houston on Sunday night.
I will agree with you, sir, because I just don't like the Chiefs.
Right. It's
That's
an
my-
emotional pick, everybody. We know that. Don't add us. I mean, really, because honestly,
Go
we could
ahead,
care
add,
less.
go ahead and add us.
You know what? Yeah, actually, yeah, do that. Bring the ruckus. We really honestly don't care about your opinion because the beautiful part about this whole thing is that it's our show.
Not even that. You don't look at the comments. I'm the only one that does.
Yeah, I don't look at the comments. I mean, I don't, honestly. I don't care. I mean, I look at the comments during, for chat during the show, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, this is going to be a pretty decent game. Monday night next week on the 8th of December. The Eagles at the Chargers.
I'm going with
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah.
I'm going with the
Yeah,
Chargers.
You're both going with the Chargers?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Philadelphia on this. Just because I'm like, all right, barring a complete meltdown, these guys are the defending Super Bowl champions. And they've got an extra day to prepare for this game. So, I'm just kind of like, I don't see them. It's not even going to be a cold weather game for them because they're going to be playing in LA.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Philadelphia is going to take that one. So that's just my choice. Bye week teams this week are going to be Carolina, New England, the Giants, and the Niners are all off.
Yeah, and the
Which-
New England is already in the playoffs.
Well, let me look at something here. Hold on.
They hold the number 1 seed.
Actually, they don't.
They don't.
No. They are in a virtual tie for the best record in the AFC with the Broncos. But I think yeah, they haven't even seeded anybody yet, but let me look at the playoff picture here. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Broncos are number 1.
Yeah.
How did Broncos get number 1 compared to?
I think
Because right now, what I'm looking at is Broncos are seated at 99%.
yeah.
Pats, if lose 96.
They're also 99%.
God,
There's a tiebreaker going on there somewhere, but both of them are first place teams in their division. The Patriots obviously could use the week off.
Bears number 1.
Yeah. The Bears, they're the number 1 seed in the NFC right now, which is actually kind of cool. I mean, and they've got the difference between them and LA right now is that LA got stomped yesterday. So
Mhm. Bless you.
bless you. I mean, fans of Philadelphia are kind of like, what the hell's going on? I mean, they're still the number 3 seed right now. So I mean, if the playoffs were to start today, I mean, the Lions out, Cowboys would be out. Even the Chiefs, I think, would be out at this point.
Yeah.
Steelers, the Texans are right there on the bubble. I mean, if
I'm looking at the bubble right now, I mean, we've got the Texans and Lions. Chiefs would be totally out.
yeah, so
34%.
yeah, so what needs to happen? Obviously, the Texans need to win this game coming up on Sunday night against the Chiefs. And I said that, at the top of the show. Every game from this point out is a must win for them, and they're treating it like that.
Mhm.
And I don't know.
And
I'm not trying to sound the alarms. I'm not doing that.
don't forget,
hold on. Not trying to sound the alarms. I'm not trying to get anybody's hopes up. And this is definitely not any kind of indication as to what my orientation is. But the Cowboys are the team that I think everybody is sleeping on right now in the NFC. They could surprise a lot of people and end up as a wild card.
we just hit their Achilles heel, though. It's December.
I understand that.
But yeah, I'm looking at the. Right now the eliminated teams right now is the Raiders, Titans, Cardinals, Saints, and Giants.
It actually, the Cowboys do great in the month of December. It's January that they've got to worry about.
Yeah,
It really is.
it really is. They usually win probably around about three games in December, and it's that last one that it's like they gassed out already.
Yeah, right now they're sitting at a 17% playoff probability, but
Yeah.
I think what people aren't taking into consideration is Brian Schottenheimer, dude. He's got something going there,
And we'll see. We'll see.
and they're winners of their last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
And it.
I mean, the Houston Texans are at 61% of the possibility.
Yeah,
So-
and but
And the whole difference between the Houston and Cowboys is Cowboys has that draw.
Yeah, but I mean, but here's the thing. I mean, one, it would be nice to see both Texas teams in the playoffs. Absolutely, it would. Um, but with with the Cowboys, I'm not saying they're going to go to the fucking Super Bowl. So yeah, we're not, yeah, damn boys. But what I am saying is that they're not going to sneak up and take away the division from from the Eagles. They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in second place of their division. Yeah, great, awesome. They just need to continue to expound upon that, because it used to be that the NFC East was the most competitive and the hardest division in all of football. It used to be that way.
You're not
because I mean, the Giants, when they had Eli Manning, the Eagles were always being competitive. The Cowboys were always seemed to find a way to make things interesting there at the end of the season. It's I don't know, it's very possible
Who
that
was
they
it?
could get in.
Which team was it last year that they just kept on losing? One of the I think the running backs was like, I'm just getting tired of fucking losing. And he was at a press conference or something. He was in the locker room.
I don't remember.
God.
I think I know what you're talking about, but yeah. Let's see here. Division leaders right now: Patriots in the East, Ravens in the North, Jacksonville in the South, and the Broncos are out west. In the NFC side of things, Philadelphia in the East, Chicago in the North, Tampa Bay in the South, and the Rams out west. The West is wow. The West is really tight right now because now while Seattle and LA have a virtual tie as far as winning percentage at the top of their division, LA's got that by virtue of the tiebreaker. So I think head to head, they've already beaten Seattle, so Seattle has to assume the second place in that division. But I mean, you look at San Francisco; they're at 9-4. I mean, there's literally a game separating first and second place, or between the top three teams in that division. So that's going to be a fun division to watch down the stretch. I mean, with Chicago and Green Bay, that's going to be for the division. Absolutely, that's going to be for the division next week. That's why that game's going to be probably the game of the week right there to watch. So
I still think
at least on the NFC side of things, I think the AFC game of the week next week is going to be Sunday night out in Arrowhead between the Chiefs and the Texans. That's going to be that's got the potential of being a very great game.
No, I think it's going to be the Lions Cowboys. Honestly, I think that game right there is going to show either A, the Lions still have it, or B, the Cowboys might actually pull it through.
We're definitely going to by the end of the week next week, we're definitely going to see who the pretenders are and who the contenders are, for sure. But all that being said, yeah, I mean,
in the beginning of the season, Stephen A. Smith was saying that Dak Prescott might be MVP this year, and you know how much he hates the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I'm saying he hates the Cowboys.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't know, man. I mean, we haven't heard a lot of talk about MVP at all this year. I think statistically speaking, let me see here, stats. Let me see here. Yeah, Dak Prescott's at the top right now. He's got 3,261 passing yards. 7.5 yards per attempt. He's got a completion rating of 69.3. The only person that's really got a better completion rating than he does right now is Drake May.
Yeah,
of the Patriots at 71%.
He's been pushed.
He's tied with Jared Goff. Actually, Matthew Stafford's got 32 touchdowns right now. On the season, he is surprisingly not leading the world in interceptions. That's Sam Darnold, Justin Herbert, and Josh Allen right now at 10 apiece. Actually, no. Geno Smith with 14. And Tua out there in Miami, he's got 14 interceptions on the year. So yeah, I guess statistically speaking, Dak Prescott is leading quarterbacks anyway right now.
Where
Okay.
you read yours at? But I'm looking at USA Today, and it's looking like
I'm looking at the NFL's page.
okay, because I'm looking at USA Today. For some reason, they have Matthew Stafford.
Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford.
Well, I'm just looking I'm looking the way that the NFL's got their page organized. It's by passing yards, and right now Dak Prescott's got the most passing yards right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, of note, Nico Collins became the 5th player in franchise history yesterday for Houston. What is up, girl? Yeah, what was I saying? Nico Collins, yeah. 5th player in franchise history for Houston yesterday to acquire 4,000 career receiving yards.
Really?
Yep. So that was a big milestone for him yesterday. So that was pretty cool. Now I know that there's going to be a little bit of rust when Tank Dell comes back, but when Tank Dell does come back, oh boy, that's going to add another deep threat for CJ Stroud. And Tank Dell, he can get that separation, and that's going to open up passing lanes for not only the tight ends. I mean, it's going to open it up for both of the wideouts because, I mean, they're going to have to commit double coverage to somebody, which is going to leave man coverage, or it's going to lead zone coverage for the other wideout, or even possibly the for the tight ends underneath across the middle. It's going to open up a world of difference for CJ Stroud as far as his progressions are going to be concerned on the checkdowns.
Yeah, but it's also figuring out is how much he trained to get into that back into that role too.
Yeah. Let me see here.
We still have that Henry thing to cover.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get there here in just a second. Well, it says he's out for the season. Yeah, I mean, when he comes back for next year, yeah, that's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
But anyway, with the Henrietta story. So Henrietta, for those of you who don't know, it's a small little town on 287, going north towards Wichita Falls. I usually hit Henrietta and know I've got about maybe 15, 20 minutes until I hit town. But
yeah, same here.
Henrietta, they're a pretty close knit little it's a ranching farming community. Pretty fair to say.
Ranching, farming,
yeah. But they're
ranch.
pretty proud of their high school. They're pretty proud of their football program. I think their volleyball team, their women's volleyball team, is pretty successful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I mean, the clip of them being sent off to the state high school playoff game went viral last week with the Cowboys on horseback with the flags, waving, following the team buses as they left out of town. The game that they went to go play, they got beat by the Gunter Tigers. What was it, 41-6?
Yeah,
something like that. Now,
in
and of itself, that should have been the story.
Yeah, that should have been the story, and it would have been dead in water. Dead.
Yeah, but here's the thing. And we hear this all the time, especially during the baseball season. The referees and the umpires, their secondary mission is to not make themselves a part of the game, right? This referee failed miserably in that. David's got the footage.
Yeah, let me cue this up.
I think I heard about this at school today.
Yeah,
Dude,
it was It made national news.
Yes.
I mean, this referee absolutely crashed the fuck out.
Yeah. Watch this. White hat. Yeah. You throwing the shoe up in the air.
Oh, you're all muffled while this is playing.
Okay, yeah. Here we go. Watch the guy. Okay. If you watch carefully, okay, this is the guy in question right there. He goes in, ejects one of the players. Then right here is where he throws his
Yeah.
shoe.
Okay, so you throw the flag for the foul, right? Backup is always their hat.
Yeah.
Now, he's out of projectiles to throw, so he takes off his shoe and he fucking chucks it, right? He's like, hey,
Yeah.
look, okay, you're gone. But
And
that's
what
not the
got-
story. The story here
Is
is as
right.
this player is walking off the field, he calls the player a high school football player, calls him a bitch, and then mocks him by doing the whole wah thing.
Yeah. Because we can
That is
see it right here.
completely.
You can see it right here.
I mean,
No,
as somebody who used to coach Little League baseball, dude,
Right
tell
there.
you, there's absolutely no reason for you to cuss a kid at all. At all. Absolutely not. Okay. I mean, the only time that profanity might be even remotely justified is on the college level. And that's because you got some grown ass men trying to play football and they're making grown ass mistakes. Right. But if high school and lower, absolutely not. There is no reason for a coach, a referee, especially the refereeing, the officiating crew to use that kind of language, and body language.
Kind of degree of professionalism.
Yeah, dude, the professionalism left the building, right? It left the chat.
I mean,
at that moment.
This dude is a fully grown man, and he's taking his shoes off and chucking them, and then he's cussing at these high school kids. Like,
Dude, from what I found out, it was even going into the locker room.
Yeah, I mean,
Like a minute before the game, this guy was just being a dick.
that
no,
entire
yeah, no, like even like on the I heard in school, like even like while like they were on the sidelines, this
Mhm.
dude was just like he was being an asshole to these kids. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's
they suspended him, right?
well, that entire officiating crew has been suspended pending the results of the investigation that the UIL
Mhm.
is launched. Now it's the let me see here. The Texas Association of Sports Officials is the governing body as far as officiating crews are concerned. They're the ones that hire these referees. And the referees, they're all part-time. There's like one full-time official in the entire state of Texas, and he works at the office in Austin, right?
Mhm.
But it's UIL that says, okay, they contract with Tasso basically to hire these referees. They have crews and they sign them to different games all over the state. Right. So there's a lot of money to be made there during the football season because you're constantly traveling, that kind of a thing, from JV games to, full on varsity games on Friday nights. But that entire officiating crew, yeah, they've been suspended pending the results of the investigation. At the very least, that referee needs to be banned.
Mhm.
Because while he may or may not have been justified in ejecting that particular Henrietta player, his actions after the fact, absolutely uncalled for, unprofessional, and unwarranted. Absolutely not. He needs to be banned from the game. 100%. And, I mean, that might be a hot take, but I don't really care. I mean, as a parent, I mean, yeah, I understand. Hey, my kid's probably being a dickhead and said something he probably shouldn't have, and I'm going to address that as a parent.
Well, even
But
the parents.
but hold. As a
Okay.
parent, nobody talks to my kid that way except me. And Colin will attest. I usually don't lose my temper unless it's warranted. And even then, I have an explosion, and then I dial it back real quick.
You do the thing Papa does, where he talks calmly, but like,
But yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, I don't want him breaking glass in case of war, kind of a thing. So, I mean,
but you talk calmly, and then when you do raise your voice, you still talk in a certain manner where it's like, it, where it's like, yeah, I'm controlling the situation here, not you.
yeah, I mean,
I
but that's the
usually
way
just
it's.
okay and just walk away because I just can't deal with that kind of stupidity.
Well, I get all that, but I mean, take into consideration my background, right? My dad's retired senior chief from the Navy. So I grew up under that structure, right? And then I joined the Army myself and I learned how to become a professional asshole. And, here I am, 48 years old, and, I'm parenting, so it's like, I know that my kids aren't privates and I'm not a drill sergeant or anything like that, but, it's like, I draw from that experience and I tweak it because I can't sit there and I mean I knife hand my kids, but like it's I can't sit there and be like I'm not Arlie Ermy. I'm not sitting there drilling these kids. But there's absolutely no way that somebody other than that kid's parents could ever get away with talking to him like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh, I'm
and I get it. And if he was a senior, fine. Great. Eject him from the game. It's not like he's going to put on the pads for that school ever again anyway.
yeah.
Now, as the coach, if he's a junior or if he's anything other than a senior, he is going to have to earn his way back onto that team next year.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to go above and beyond to show that his attitude has been changed for the better. Humble thyself, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a game. And I get that we're, running the risk of creating an entire generation of Uncle Ricos because, if Coach would have just put me in, we could have won state. But
Yeah.
if I hadn't have got ejected, we might not have got our asses stomped. Well, you'll never know. But I mean, but people from around Henrietta will tell you, Gunter is one of those schools. It's an elite football program. They lose maybe 1 or 2 games every 3 or 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those types of schools, right? Where, I mean,
Most of the colleges are scouting out.
well, I mean, let's just say that the kids in that program get a lot of looks, and it's a small town. I mean, it's Division III, right? So,
Okay.
well, it's Division II. It's 3A, but it's Division II stuff. But still, it's a small school, and they take their football religiously, right? Like most Texas high schools should.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, the outcome of that game was probably going to be inevitable. I mean, they've won, I think, the state title like the last 3 years, kind of a thing.
Well, it's not as good as the what was that one we were talking about? It was like either Odessa or Midland, where they
Permian, yeah, Permian, yeah.
Permian. They spent like $150 million on their freaking football stadium.
Well, that's all oil money, dude. That's all oil money. That's down there in the patch, dude. So yeah, I mean that's all oil money down there. But I mean, there's a lot of high school football stadiums in Texas that rival NFL stadiums. It's crazy.
Yes.
It's absolutely nuts.
Well, not even the state. Well, it was a stadium, right? That it was being built, but it had like 2 gyms, one for like the pro players and one for the non-pro players. It was just ridiculous how much money was spent on this.
What I'm going to be interested to see is what kind of a joke of a complex that is going to be put where the mall up there used to be or is now currently, because the city bought the mall,
Yeah, next year they're gonna start
tearing it down.
tearing it down.
Dude, Sykes Center Mall has been there for decades, dude. Decades.
Well, not technically, because in '79 it got wiped the fuck out.
The mall as a whole, right? I
Yeah,
mean, the property has been there. It's served as a mall for the better part of 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
So
God, it's so sad that we're pretty much almost as old as the mall.
I mean, I remember going to the mall and down there, what is it? It's I think it's where the end of the mall where Penny's used to be.
Yeah.
Okay. There used to be a Chick-fil-A down there.
Yeah, I know.
And there used to be and that area of the floor that's kind of sunken down, that used to be a fountain.
Yeah, I know. They're also right across the street from Chick-fil-A. There used to be a pet store. You know how
Yeah, that's right. There used to be a pet store across the way from Chick-fil-A.
you know how I remember that damn fucking place? They pulled out a boa constrictor. I was walking down the aisle when I was like 7, 8, and I think he made it all the way to Aladdin's castle. And
Oh God, yes. Okay, so Colin, Aladdin's Castle for us it was what Tilt used to be.
they got rid of Tilt.
Yeah, I know. Tilt closed. Tilt was really that was keeping the mall alive.
Yeah,
I mean, because you go into Books a Million and it's like, oh yeah, like what are all the book nerds going to do in town now? It's like they don't have a Books a Million anymore.
don't have any kind of bookstore anymore.
Oh, that's so tragic.
Yeah,
It was Tilt and like the
I mean, we still have it.
AMC and like Books a Million that was keeping it alive.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like Hot Topic was, was the center of social
Or
society
Spencer.
there.
Or Spencer's.
Dude,
Dude,
I'm
yeah,
just
right. Or
wondering,
Spencer's.
I'm wondering
Me and Kai went there just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And we were taking out their because we just go as far as the t-shirts. We looked at
Right.
t-shirts and they were all like liberal bullshit. And I'm like, I'm fucking out. He's like, yeah, I'm fucking out too. Fuck.
Oh,
this.
what was funny is that the boys went to the Spencer's here,
Mhm.
and they were looking at like the posters and crap, and they were just laughing. And like these little kids were coming from the back of the store. Yeah.
no. So what happened? So what happened was we went to the Spencer's, and we were laughing at all the stuff. It's funny. This little kid, like I'm talking maybe like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, even fourth grade's pushing it. Walks into the back of the store, like where where all the stuff is.
We all know what the fuck is back there.
Yeah.
There should be an age limit for Spencer's.
And then and so I know they're looking at like the stuff that's like near the back of the store, but it's still like it's right there.
Yeah.
There's no border.
Yeah. There's no.
And like I hear the parents go, "What do you want?" And I'm just like, that's okay.
It's parenting 101 right there.
Yeah. What do you
Anyways.
want? Like the big one. What the fuck is he talking about?
Well, everybody, we're going to go ahead and land the plane this week. We have successfully cracked the 1 hour mark.
Mm-hmm.
It's felt like an episode of Seinfeld. We talked about absolutely nothing.
No, we didn't. We talked about football most of the time. And I contribute because I know a lot about football now.
Anyway, so
That's that bullshit, though.
yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna make it simple this week. Be back next week, everybody. Episode 241. It's getting to be the end of the year, close to the end of the year. I'm trying to think here. What day
The
of the
only-
week?
The only big thing that's going to happen, well, other than a couple of football games, the next thing that's going to happen is going to be on the 13th.
Yeah, the 13th. For the first time in a very long time, I get to have Colin and Reagan for the Army Navy game.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm not expecting a lot out of the Army this year. I'm not.
I just okay.
I'm still gonna watch the game. I'm still gonna hope. I'm still gonna pray. I'm still gonna jump up and down. And there was the update from Chris.
Yeah.
But something else of note. Tomorrow is my wife's birthday.
Oh.
So if you have her number, text her in the morning. Happy birthday.
I'll message her. I don't have her.
I did good. I got her birthday gifts covered. Absolutely.
She's spying on us. So
I'm not running the risk. She doesn't watch our show, but I'm not running the risk.
Well, yeah, the way she does it every once in a while, she'll just pop her head in because she knows her ears are burning.
Right. We'll do our shows on every Monday. We don't have any. I mean, unless you're celebrating Hanukkah, that's the only thing that's going to land on a Monday. Man, it's hard to believe that the first show of 2026 is going to be on January 5th.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Well, everybody, God, hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. It's December now, so you can officially start finishing the thawing process on Mariah Carey and all things Christmas Carol. I mean, my house is already decorated.
Yeah, and I caused warring factions with it.
Yes. Yeah, there's this porcelain like village thing that the girls have, and Colin.
Did you defile it?
No, he didn't. He didn't defile it. He created factions in this village. He got to set the village up, and it's like a 3-tiered village, and every level's got its own deity to worship.
Except
the top level.
Except the church district, because
the church district, they worship God, right?
Yeah.
But like there's the military district because one of the nutcrackers has got ACUs on, and so they're like they worship the god of war, and they're the military industrial complex on that level.
The top layer has government and church. So either you go to church on Sunday.
There's a government building right next to the churches. There's no separation.
No, it's not. There's this big tree, and then one side is like government stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Side is like church, and then next to the church is like a tavern.
It's a wholesome town, dude.
And dude, every single kid in this town is dead, gone, dead
or dying. Yeah, it's great. But for those of you who stuck around for the entirety of this week's episode, we thank you so very much. Get the word out. Tell your friends. Just subscribe to us. We don't care if you watch. We do, but just subscribe. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Yeah, give us some watch hours. Absolutely. Hit us up on our social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're here for your amusement. Look at her coming through like a champ.
Yeah,
I think we have a blossoming super fan in the wings here, dude. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, putting it out there.
We haven't had one in a while.
We have not had a super fan for a while, so yeah. I mean, we have our OG super fan, Maria, but and then there was. Then there was my daughter, and we all know what happened with her.
There was Darius for a while.
Yeah. Then it was. Well, I wouldn't say Darius is necessarily a super fan.
No, not anymore. But for like a little bit,
he would.
He would. Yeah. Okay. We'll say He was super fan adjacent. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was here semi regularly, but it wasn't consistent.
And we had those two guys that were from Canada that was yelling at us for a while. Which I actually put on the show, and they were actually one of the guys.
Fucking degens, dude.
They were. Pretty cool. I actually talked to them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but yeah. So yeah, is it safe to call her by name, Colin?
No. Even if he says so, no.
No, not last name.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna say this. Six Boo. How about that? We're just gonna call
There
you.
we
that.
go with that. That's a safer bet.
You're being tasked with something very, very vitally important here. The title of superfan is not one that we just toss about arbitrarily. It's one that is, I would almost say, coveted.
Actually, I wouldn't even give it to her only because I actually want her to stick around. Every one of them just like whisked away.
So you're saying that superfan is kind of a curse?
I think so.
Then we have to. Okay, then we have to rename it.
Yeah, we have to rename it or something. We'll
We
have to
rename it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think here. The Angry Faithfulette.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Okay. So you're an Angry Faithfulette. There we go.
Yeah, I was thinking something similar to that. I was like, I don't want to sound too culty, but you know what? Fuck.
Too culty. Like, like we'll call her like, her like her her grand angriness.
Grand angriness.
or the grand angered. Grand angered. There you go. Oh, that's just got all kinds of connotations right there, boy.
It's not pointy.
Well, I mean, to a point, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Anyways, I think that's where we're going to go that night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. 240 episodes in the can. Next week, 241, same bat time, same bat channel. Be here or be square. Six Boo, you've been tasked. You've been charged. You are now privy. You are required to be here. I'm just putting that out there. Without any further ado, I'm Johnny Skelton.
I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Colin's Gun.
And this has been Angry Me Nerd Sports, episode 240. You don't have to go home, but ladies and gentlemen, you can't fucking stay here. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.